Hey, Dragon Con, Crispy here. We're with our good friend Michael. Michael, thanks for coming back, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, Crispy.
Yeah, all right. So this is what, your third, fourth one?
I think this is probably my fourth Dragon Con.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I wish I would have worn looser pants. These cords are hugging my balls pretty good.
That's what we do.
But I feel comfortable. I'm happy today. It's a good group, good crowd.
Good crowd today out there. So have you already been hitting on the floor and checking things out today, or?
Yeah, you know, I love toys. I have a lot of toys in my house. That's one of the reasons why I'm single. So my house is filled with this stuff.
Right.
I like to shop. Anytime I get a break, I'm looking for, what do you call it, lunch boxes.
Yeah.
I have an original Rambo lunch
Oh
box.
my goodness, yes.
I have a Superman one.
Naturally.
Gotta have a Superman one. So yeah.
Are you still finding them with the thermoses? Do they still make thermoses? I've kind of lost track of lunch
I don't know if they
boxes.
make thermoses anymore, but
Yeah.
I do have some old thermoses. Welcome back, Cotter.
Oh my God,
Yeah, I got
yes.
some real, You might want to clean them before you drink out of them because they're kind of old.
Well, that's fair. Just put the right substance in there. You won't even notice.
You could actually put some bourbon in there and bring it around the con.
No
one would ever know.
Yeah, welcome back bourbon. It's fine.
But now I sound like an alcoholic. And I don't
Well, that's fair. But it's Dragon Con. We know what goes down
Yeah.
here. It's totally fine.
True.
So this year, you're actually, I believe this is the second time you're hosting the Chosen event over at the aquarium.
Yes, the costume contest.
How was that last year for you?
Well, John Heater and I are doing it this year.
Yeah.
Claire and I did it last year. You know what? I couldn't believe the turnout.
Yeah.
And just the crowd and the enthusiasm and the work that these people put into their costumes. I was blown away. I was completely impressed. It's a fun night. I sort of improvise and just sing and, talk to the folks there. And it's a great time. And John Heater and I are really close friends. Napoleon Dynamite. So we're going to host it, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we actually got to speak to John earlier today, and this was his first time here.
Yeah, he was blown away.
He was pretty excited so far.
He pretty much texted me and was like, if you could hear his voice in the text, it was like, geez, there's so many people here. Gosh.
That's pretty accurate.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah. Hopefully you give him that as much as possible.
Oh,
like,
dude,
hey,
I
John,
do. He's like,
doing?
are you doing an impression of me? Like, pretty much. It's like, no one does an impression of Lex Luthor. Is that true?
I don't know. I mean, here at DragonCon, I think a lot of people would, at least costume-wise.
Yeah, I think so. It's easy to dress up in a nice suit, shave your head, wear a bald cap, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, I do, because bald caps are not comfortable, but they get the job done.
No. I wore a bald cap for the final episode of Smallville, and it was a bit of a pain in the ass.
I understand that. Yeah. So let's talk about what's your current geekdom out there? I don't know how busy you are. I don't know if you have time for it, but what gives you the geeky tingle these days?
You mean in terms of any kind of toys or
whatever? Toys, man, whatever you're into. Like, is there a show you're binging? Is there a series you're reading? Toy collection that you're hunting? What's your big thing right now?
First of all, there's a show on Netflix I love called Dark.
Yes.
And I think it's phenomenal. It's like, to me, a better Stranger Things.
All right,
like, it's an adult version. It's intense. It's a great story, great acting.
Yeah.
But if you're going to watch it in German, English subtitles, and you're going to love it. I told Welling, my co-star of Smallville, and he watched all 10 in one day.
Holy crap.
We were doing a convention in Australia, and he watched them all, and he's like, dude. So I love that. I'm definitely into my Datelines.
Yeah, all right.
I have a new podcast. I got a podcast called Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum, and I interviewed like Stephen Amell this week, and
Steve.
Tom Welling, and Kristen Bell, just a bunch of people, and it's like therapy. We talk about like anxiety and a bunch of other shit.
Wow,
so it's really good.
In this entire environment, we actually, as a fellow nerd, anxiety is a big conversation we have here. Downtime's important, things like that.
It is, and I think people just always associate like celebrities with, they have the perfect life, or they have this, and
they've got everything.
Well, then when you hear like they suffer from anxiety and depression, like you or like normal people, then there's sort of that, I don't know, it's that connection.
Yeah.
It's just a connection, and I think people are finding that it's pretty interesting hearing all these stories about their most loved celebrities with these problems, with issues.
I don't think it's so much a sense of like Schadenfreude. It's like, that person's got problems. You're right. It's goodness. Allergic to the word.
Sorry, I'm allergic to something.
Yeah, it's all right.
Is that you? Do you have cats?
I don't have cats.
Somebody's got cats. Your camera guy over here has got cats. What's your name?
Fine.
Joel, you have a dog?
There it is. All right.
I hugged you, and my ear itches. I'm feeling like I'm having an allergic reaction.
Get the EpiPen ready to roll.
It's okay
right
though,
now.
as long as you don't have any shrimp around you.
No peanuts here.
No peanuts. Peanuts are all right. He looks like a smaller Dave Duchovny.
Our producer in the background.
Get over here. Get on camera real quick.
Can you step up? Are you comfortable,
What's your
Mauricio?
name?
This is our production director, Mauricio, for Dragon Con.
Mauricio, get over here. This is Mauricio. Doesn't he look at this? Like a young David Duchovny. Look Look at that.
But I think more
Just
handsome to be
as
fair.
shit. Don't you love this guy? All right.
My wife does, so yeah.
Right? The sex files with old producer.
Right. Thanks, buddy.
I like it. I like it.
But we were talking about the anxiety and stuff like that, and there's the whole idea of like I can't talk about these things in public, the stigma of that, and so thanks for kind of helping normalize that. Honestly,
that's
man,
what people
it's a
are-
hard thing to get over.
Well, I was, pretty blown away when I see all these responses on Twitter and Instagram, like people just going, "Hey, you really made me feel better about myself," or you talking about anxiety with someone and depression and losing their mom, and so it feels like it helps people, and it's become therapy for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to
be able to come together as a group, even if it's difficult for you to, as a solo person, to say I need help.
Yeah.
Which is very hard to do.
Very hard to do. I
sometimes
I
you
go to
can't
therapy.
even say it.
I go to therapy. Shira, my friend over there, you can't see her, but she should go to therapy.
That's fair.
I mean,
That's fair.
therapy is good.
Oh,
We're
there's the
making
face.
therapy cool. I think it's important that everybody you stop worrying about what people think. That's the key. If you could I think you get to a certain age, hopefully, where you say, screw this.
Yeah.
Let's just live my life and be as healthy as I can be.
And I think age is a very defining moment of that. You're young, you're like, you care what everyone thinks.
Yeah.
I don't know if necessarily that's getting older, but you definitely hit a point where you're like, why should I care?
I'm getting too old now.
Yeah.
Crispy,
so,
how old are you?
So I'm 36.
I'm 46.
All right.
So when I was 10, you were 0.
That's an accurate number, I would
Right?
say. Yeah. And generationally, kind of thing, these kind of triggers, these things that make us uncomfortable. It doesn't matter where you're coming from a generation standpoint.
It's true.
We're still gonna be surrounded by all this chaos, all these sounds,
Yeah.
and that's kind of why we have these little moments here at these conventions. I hope that makes you guys feel comfortable.
Hey, thank you. And I think people just a lot of times they resort to alcohol, or they hold everything in and they don't tell people
they're bottling up.
And I like to talk about all my problems.
Right.
I just like to say, hey, this is what's wrong with me. This is what I'm trying to fix. And I think the more open and honest you are, the better off we'll all be.
I do agree with that. Well, before you get out of here, I've got one final question for you.
Let's do it.
And it's a random question from the bucket. So
Do I get to pick it?
You get to pick. I'm going to shake it up.
All right.
You pick it and I'll read it. Hopefully. Okay. That's a weird one.
That's which Golden Girl are you?
Which Golden Girl are you, Michael?
I'd say that's tough because I go to bed early. I don't party like my friends do. So I could be Sophia mixed in with Blanche because she's a little bit of a whore.
Nods from the Blanche
she's
on the
a
side.
whore.
Yeah.
I'm not a whore, but
you're friendly.
I'm friendly.
Yeah.
So Sophia and Blanche together.
All right.
And I'm gonna go with those two.
Sophia and Blanche. I love it.
Sophia and Blanche. Thank you for this question.
That's fantastic. And Michael, thank you for your time today.
It's been a real treat.
Man,
Thanks for having me.
I hope you guys
DragonCon.
get to come back to DragonCon soon, my friend.
I love it.
Thank
Crispy,
you so
buddy.
much, and thank you, DragonCon.